No? Aji, I'm just getting it done. We'll upgrade you. Yeah.
Morning, Mehul.
Hi, morning, everyone.
Hi, Mehul. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hi. Hi, Mr. President. Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, KK.
Hi. Good to see you here in the morning.
Maybe I could just introduce myself. I don't think I know everyone while I'm on the screen and the minister doesn't join in.
Sure.
For everyone's presence, I'm Jyoti Mayal. I'm the president of the Travel Agents Association of India. I'm also the chairperson for the Tourism and Hospitality Skill Council. And of course, I sit on with Chandar on the tourism committee here for ICC. So I thought I'll just quickly introduce myself. And we have a travel business, which is one of the oldest companies in India in the name of New Airways. So I quickly introduction with everyone so that everyone, at least we can connect even after this meeting and keep this continuity going, because I think that's the need of the hour, not only for today, but the future itself.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Good morning, Ashish. Good to have you. You're on mute, Ashish. See.
Yeah, sorry about that. Hi, good morning. Morning, Vikash. Morning, Dr. Rajiv.
Your
Good
presence
morning.
was important today.
Good morning. Sorry?
Your presence was important today.
No, I
have
have
to
to
ask the
join.
right
I made
question.
sure that I'm here. I've just come to Delhi last night, but this month I have to join.
I hope Minister is aware you are heading the Jet Airways.
I doubt it. I mean,
Okay.
he's relatively new in his role. I doubt it, but we'll see.
Good morning, Mr. Bangur.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Mehul.
Morning, bhai.
Good morning, Poppy.
Good morning, KK. बोलो कैसे हो?
Bas, all good, all good.
Morning, Umangji.
Morning. Good morning, Ashish. How are you?
Very good, sir.
Ashish, when is Jet Airways going to resume operations?
So the target is still by March 2022, but every passing day is becoming very difficult.
Why? I thought every passing day would be simpler.
No, it's not. I mean, there are a lot of factors which are playing right now, but let's see. Abhi tak target to wahi rakha hai.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll be able to fly jet again.
Is the resolution process complete or not yet, Ashish?
The approval from NCLT is received back in June itself. So technically the resolution piece is over. Now the implementation is happening of the resolution plan.
I think the more
That
pertinent
also
question
happens under your watch.
is the money in the bank. I think that's the more pertinent question.
I think that's $1 million question, isn't it? Well, the conditions precedent which are, troubling us a bit right now.
Morning.
Okay.
How are you? Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir, how are
morning to
you?
you, sir.
How's everyone? Sorry, I'm running 5 minutes late.
No, it's okay. Sir,
Absolutely.
good morning to you.
Morning.
Very good morning, sir.
Hello.
So with your
Good
permission,
morning.
should we start?
In the room now so I can take off my mask.
Absolutely. Good to have you here. So I request President to kindly start.
So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I would extend a very warm welcome to our chief guest of the session, Shri Jyotiraditya Scindia, Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation, Government of India. Sir, we are extremely privileged to have you amongst us today at our annual general meeting session. Sir, you have been propelling the civil aviation industry of India at the most trying times. If the recent indicators are anything to go by, India's aviation sector will witness a solid revival after the pandemic-related turbulence. The sector has already recovered 90% of aviation traffic. Major airports are seeing heavy crowds and long queues, indicating the comeback of air travel. Minister, sir, you had a recent meeting said the government's role has been that of a constructive collaborator and not a restrictive regulator. ICC seconds the statement. In a short span of 7 years, from 2014 till date, 62 new airports were built in our country, compared to 74 built over the last 70 years. And now you have an aggressive plan to double the number of airports to more than 200 by the year 2023-24. This is the first time in the last 2 decades we are going to see the birth of 2 new airlines, a reborn avatar of Jet Airways and Rakesh Jhunjhunwala-backed low-cost carrier Akasha Air, along with Air India under a new management, the Tata Group. We also have airstrips now in small tier 2 cities like Darbanga and Jharsuguda in Odisha, all because of Udan, Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik program. Sir, we congratulate you on bringing all services of DGCA online that will reduce the time taken for approvals by a good 10%. It is an important step in the process of less government and more governance. This initiative will make service availability of various stakeholders extremely convenient. Sir, it is also great to know that at the CIF Global Policy Summit, you announced that the government has launched a new helicopter policy, boosting not only the usage, but also increasing the acquisition of helicopters in India. Sir, with this, Honorable Minister, I welcome you once again, and we are all eager to listen to you. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much and good morning to all the members of ICC. It's wonderful to be a part of this annual conference. Though I would say one would love to be present there in person as opposed to being present virtually. But such is the call of the times that humans are always prone to adaptation. And even in this pandemic environment, as you can see, across the board, we've adapted to a virtual platform as opposed to a physical one. But I think rapidly we will now head back into a physical format, hopefully once we have won this war against the virus. It's a pleasure to be here, Vikas Agarwalji and Mehul Mohanka-ji. I want to thank you all for inviting me onto this forum. Today's topic is to do much more with how we envisage the future of air connectivity in our country and internationally. I think it's an opportune time to be discussing this. I'll keep my comments short. I believe that there is a Q&A session also after this. So let me just start by saying that the whole paradigm and the whole foundation of civil aviation, as it were, over the last 2 or 3 score years to what it is today has changed. The paradigm was that civil aviation was a mode of transport that was considered to be restricted always to the egalitarian part and the upper crust of society, and not a mass mode of travel. And it's because of that that you have seen that in the last 70 years in independent India, we've only, as Vikas said, we only had 74 airports built in a country of close to 1.3 billion people. And this mode of transportation was limited primarily to tier 1, tier 2 cities until 2014, though I have to say that Air India in its initial avatar in the late 40s and the early 50s also flew to some tier 2 cities and tertiary cities like Bhopal and even Gwalior, even in those days. But nevertheless, it was a very limited form of travel, owing to a limited number of airlines operating, a very limited number of airports. But as times have changed, globalization has changed this paradigm completely. And the focus has moved from this mode of transport becoming a one for a limited few people to really hyper localization. And that's been a phenomena across the world. The world has shrunk, interdependence has increased, and that's where connectivity plays a great role. Because please remember this, that connectivity is not just about bringing people closer together, but connectivity also results in a huge amount of introduction to new environments, to new markets, growth of businesses, growth of industries. And today, if you look at any new industrial project, the first question that an industrial asks a state government is that if you want me to put up a certain plant or a certain factory in this particular location, then what is my connectivity to that site? So I think two paradigms have changed. A, we have gone from globalization to hyperlocalization, and B, time has become precious for everyone. And therefore, reaching a location in the shortest period of time has become a priority across the world. So what has these two phenomena changed in terms of the position that we hold in the world? Can I just put you on hold for a second? I'm just getting an important call. Sorry. So therefore, what has changed because of these two fundamental changes? What has changed is that earlier, it was always the case that growth has driven connectivity across the world. But that paradigm has changed on its head. Today, connectivity has become a driver of growth. And I think, therefore, it's fundamental to be able to understand how civil aviation is actually changing the landscape with regard to development and growth paradigm across the world. And keeping that in mind, the step that the Prime Minister has taken over the last 7 years fundamentally coined in precept of Loktantrikaran of Yatayat, the democratization of travel, through, as Vikas mentioned, the Udan Yojana, Ude Desh Ki Aam Nagrik, through the proliferation of airports, through greater connectivity in the shortest period of time, multimodal transport capabilities. I think all of that has today transported us from where we were to where we are today. And therefore, what we did in 70 years in terms of building 74 airports, in 7 years, we have built 62 airports. So we've catapulted from 74 airports in the country to 136. But that's not where we're going to stop. We have a target of building close to 220 airports by the year 2025. So, and that includes heliports and waterdromes. So the task before us is gigantic. And we are committed to that target as we go along. Tomorrow itself, as you all are aware, we are laying the foundation stone for the Jewar Airport, which in the years to come will become one of the largest airports in all of Asia, not only in India. So the footprints are enormous. And you look at what we have been able to achieve over the last 5 to 6 years, from 2014 to 2019, the connectivity growth in civil aviation alone has been close to 89%. And that's resulted in us jumping from the 7th position in terms of travel numbers to almost 4th position in 2019. And mind you, the day is not far when we will be jumping to the #1 position in the world over the next decade or so. So this has resulted in a whole new market that has opened up for connectivity and travel. And a lot of this will emanate from tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So your tier 1 cities have attained, if you look at industry S-shaped curve, which we study in economics, the tier 1 cities have attained a maturity, which means that they're at the top end of the S in terms of growth. So their growth rates are not going to be that huge, but the growth is going to get pumped and pushed from the tier 2, tier 3 cities. That is really going to drive connectivity growth and civil aviation growth in our country. And therefore, the places that we mentioned, places like Darbanga, places like Jharsuguda, Kadapa, Kishangarh, Rupsi in Assam, all of these places are going to be drivers of civil aviation growth in the years to come. And let me give you an example. Darbanga Airport, which the airstrip did not exist after World War II, which means in the late 40s. We started connectivity to Darbanga in a couple of years ago. And today we have close to about 2.5 lakh passengers per year from Darbanga alone. And similar is the case for Jharsuguda. I was there just a day before yesterday. That's an airport that we started in 2019 with the government of Orissa, 250 crore project. And today you have connectivity, multiple connectivity to 6 cities from Jharsuguda alone: Bhubaneswar, Bangalore, Delhi, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Raipur, and you have close to about 3 lakh passengers per year from Jharsuguda alone. That is the potential that India has across a minimum of 100 cities in India. So we have pretty much just scratched the surface. And where our focus has to be also is to string India together, which means connectivity to the 7 sisters in the Northeast, connectivity to the state of Jammu and Kashmir, and the very fact that we have now connected Srinagar internationally with the first flight to Sharjah. That brings about the change in the paradigm that we are experiencing in the area of civil aviation. And so therefore we have set very strong targets for ourselves over the next 100 days. We look at either laying the foundation stone or inaugurating close to about 5 airports, 6 new heliports, 50 new routes under Udan by December 15th or so, proliferating this last mile connectivity, if you will, across the country, because I think that is fundamental and key to the growth of civil aviation. So it's important to have wide-bodied aircraft bringing in passengers from abroad. It's important to have narrow-bodied aircraft which become part of the spoke from the hubs in India to tier 2, tier 3 cities. But then it's also important to have the last mile connectivity, which is going to be provided through regional airlines, through their fleet of Dornier, ATRs, Embraer jets, as well as helicopters. And the helicopter space is one that has been completely untapped in India. It shocks me when, as civil aviation minister, I learned that we have only close to about 280 helicopters in India, of which 181 are under the non-scheduled operator category. So therefore, we've not even made a start. Countries like Brazil, countries like Russia, countries like China have helicopters in the thousands compared to India. And so therefore, it's a huge untapped potential, which is why I've come up with a new helicopter policy over the last 2.5, 3 months to give an impetus to the sector. We've done away with all parking charges, all landing charges, all TNLC charges, all RNFC charges. We've done away with all of those charges. We've brought in a new HeliSeva portal, which negates the arduous process of getting permissions through ATC and so on and so forth for flight path clearance. You can log into the HeliSeva portal, connect to the district collector if you're landing at a district helipad, connect to ATC, get clearance immediately, and be on your way. Similarly, we've set up a helicopter accelerator cell within the ministry to look at initiatives for increasing proliferation of helicopter travel. We've also set up, looking at setting up, along with the Surface Transport Ministry, what is very popularly known as HEMS internationally, which is Helicopter Emergency Medical Services. We're looking at 3 expressways where we will put in place helipads, where, God forbid, but if there are accidents, then the 7-minute golden period that we have to evacuate passengers to hospitals, we will use HEMS as a possibility to do that, but we need the private sector to also come in and assist us from an insurance point of view to be able to make this a viable proposition. So that's as far as regional connectivity is concerned. But along with regional connectivity, there is also has to be a renewed focus on international connectivity. And I really believe that profitability will be defined in the civil aviation space also to a certain degree with long-haul operations and international routes. There is a greater amount of risk attached to that because there's a greater volatility. But along with that greater volatility also comes the largest margin gap between RASK and the CASK, which is the revenue per average square kilometer versus the cost structure for aircraft. And therefore, that's something that we need to look at very clearly in the days to come. I think that Prime Minister Modi has been very, very clear in terms of connectivity from Guwahati, for example, to our 6 Southeast Asian countries under the UDAN scheme. And the real objective is to promote efficient connectivity infrastructure, which will lead to greater regional economic integration. Today, economic integration is also defined by connectivity. And therefore, as I mentioned earlier, connectivity from the Northeast has to be something which is a very strong underpinning of our civil aviation strategy. Now, here comes in the adjunct with the Ministry of Tourism. Tourism and civil aviation are they are synonymous in terms of ensuring greater economic impetus. And I think air linkages have to be explored for tourism locations in Nepal, Chittagong in Bangladesh, Shillong, Guwahati, to be used as hubs for tourism destinations along that route. So therefore, I think that socio-economic benefits are very, very much attached to civil aviation policy as well in our neighborhood, and international connectivity has to be promoted. We also have an international component to UDAN. There are many forward-thinking state governments that have come forward to take part in that international UDAN initiative. State governments, for example, like the state government of Assam, that has looked at greater connectivity using wide-bodied aircraft for long haul. And I think all of these states also realize the economic multipliers that come along with civil aviation. So 2 data points for you. From an economic multiplier, you're looking at every 100 rupees that's invested in civil aviation yielding close to about 325 rupees in terms of economic output. So it's a 1:3.25 multiplier. And from an employment perspective, every job, direct job that's created in civil aviation results in close to 6.1 indirect jobs through the ecosystem or through various other economic activities related to civil aviation. And when you look at setting up an airport, please understand that it's not a standalone infrastructure facility. Along with that airport comes great economic activity, great economic multipliers. And a case in point for you is actually going to be Jewar, an area that was hitherto ignored over the last 2.5 decades in terms of economic growth, economic activity. With the establishment of this international airport, which is going to be close to an investment of 30,000 crores, and you're looking at close to 7 crore passengers by fourth and final phase, you're going to look at economic multipliers in terms of 3 new industrial cities being built up close to there. You're going to have a film city, you'll have an entertainment city. You're looking at a 7-fold increase in the local economy, along with close to about 3 to 5 lakh jobs being created. And please understand that all of this is happening in an environment where civil aviation contributes close to about 2 to 3% to our country's GDP. If you look at the number of unique travelers in our country, it's only 3 to 4% of our population. So what does this imply? This implies that you are actually just scratching the tip of the iceberg. Look at a scenario where a minimum of 30 to 40% of India travels by air, and look at the multipliers that you will have within that environment. So therefore, I believe that civil aviation is in its sunrise phase. Civil aviation is going to see huge growth rates at least for the next foreseeable 2 decades. But this is only an achievable success story if all stakeholders combine. And in that process, I want to invite the private sector, the state governments to participate along with the central government to be able to make this a success, and require salience both from industry and government. Therefore, what Vikas said, the phraseology that I coined for this ministry, that we need to now no longer be a restrictive regulator, but be a constructive collaborator. And I'm looking for collaboration from all of you, from the private sector, from state governments, to make a success out of this initiative. And so let me end by saying that I call upon all of you, the state governments, to come, cooperate, invest, and build the new sunrise success story for India in the area of civil aviation. Thank you very much.
So thank you for a very lively and I personally like the way you highlighted the drastic major changes the country aviation sector is set to witness in the coming years. So with your permission, may I now take the liberty to ask you a question on behalf of ICC and our northeastern part of our country. Sir, for exports of products and even for business travel from the eastern part of India to Europe, we often have to bear increased cost, given that there are no direct flights from Calcutta to Europe. Moreover, air connectivity for cargo service of agricultural products from East and Northeast India is urgently required. Sir, if you could please share what your ministry plans are to address this challenge. Thank you.
Well, I think Vikas, I've pretty much answered the question in terms of saying that we need to increase connectivity in the Northeast. I myself have inaugurated over the last 3 to 4 months, almost about 6 to 7 flights in the Northeast alone. and therefore that connectivity is increasing. In Jharsuguda in Odisha just now, on the occasion of the Udan Utsav, I inaugurated a flight from Shillong to Dimapur, from Meghalaya to Nagaland. And just 3 weeks ago, I inaugurated multiple flights in the Northeast. So for me, the Northeast sector is a sector of importance, is an area of key initiatives that need to be undertaken. I have been trying to reach out to the West Bengal Chief Minister as well to look at issues related to West Bengal, because West Bengal is a very, very key element in terms of our strategy of connectivity, both to the Northeast and to the Southeast area of India. And we need to increase both the number of airports as well as the number of air connectivity in West Bengal as well. I'm looking forward to a second location for an airport in Kolkata as well. Our metros are pretty much, metro airports are pretty much bursting at the seams, and with close to about 7.5 crore travelers in Delhi, almost 5 crore travelers in Mumbai, 4 and 2.5 between Bangalore and Hyderabad. I think we need to look at new airports in all our metros. We already are in the process of doing that in Bombay and Delhi, but we need to do that in other cities, including Kolkata. So I would very much urge the West Bengal government to come forward and participate with us in this huge opportunity for India.
Thank you so much, sir. That would be
As far
really
as
helpful for the
these
industry.
cargo operations are concerned, cargo is a huge opportunity for domestic airlines in India. It is, let me say this with full clarity, that it has been the silver lining during this Corona period. Our share of international cargo traffic has grown, or rather, let me say, phenomenally grown and galloped from 2% to 19% in Corona period, which is astounding. My hats off to all our operators. We have grown from 7 freighters 3 years ago to 28 freighters today. We are putting together cargo initiatives and policies to grow this share of cargo for India. We should become a key source between, in many ways, the East and the West, and in terms of transporting cargo, as well as for horticultural and agricultural produce. You may be well aware that I've come up with Krishi Udan 2.0, which really looks at Prime Minister Modi's whole of government approach, where 8 ministries have come together to define the new Krishi Udan. And therefore, all verticals from Ministry of Tribal Welfare to Ministry of Pisciculture, to Ministry of Fisheries, to Ministry of Agriculture, to Ministry of Tourism, to Donor Department of the Northeast, all have come together to give special incentives for Krishi Udan. I have removed many clauses in terms of waiving parking landing charges. Earlier, there had to be a 50% minimum cargo proportion and percentage in the belly of aircraft. I've removed that rule completely, and therefore any aircraft that carries agricultural produce today will get all of those incentives. And so there are many forward-looking steps that we're taking for this initiative in Krishi Udan as well.
Thank you, sir. So with this, we'll open our interactive session with the members. With your permission, may can I request Mr. Chandar Mantamani to please make your remarks and come up with your question, please.
So very good morning to you. As you know, the tourism industry, Civil Aviation Ministry was the first to be affected during the COVID period. And the good news is that we were one of the first one to bounce back onto getting those things back to normal, thanks to the Ministry of Civil Aviation Tourism for their very aggressive policies, which we are today, where the airlines are full and domestic airlines are full, the hotels are full. only catch, sir, which I'd like to request you is getting the foreign tourists coming to India is still a problem, in the sense that government has announced the policy of giving free visas. Around 5 lakh visas have been sanctioned free of charge to foreign tourists to come to India. But getting to India is a real problem today because of the fares kind of a thing. May I request maybe if something can be done on maybe getting that some capping of fares till the regular airlines comes into the operations. Thank you.
Well, let me respond to say that I'm actually surprised at that question, because all of you in the private sector do not want the government to be a regulator. And that's what you've been arguing for the last 40 years. Since my father's time, I've heard from industry. When my father brought in the open sky policy in the early 90s and private airlines came in. And here you are asking me to cap fares and regulate markets. What you should be asking me for, rather than asking me to cap fares and come in as a regulator, is going back to what the phraseology that Vikas used and I used in my speech. You should be asking me to be a collaborator. And therefore, what you should be asking me for is the two ways that you can look at the market. One is to keep capacity at what it is and cap fares. The other is, don't be a regulator, but increase capacity. And that's what you should be asking me for as industry. So I'm surprised that I'm speaking your language, and you're speaking the language of what used to be erstwhile government. So let me say this, that I am looking progressively at every country and making sure that we increase the number of flights underneath the air bubble arrangements. Please understand that with the COVID pandemic, the way it is, and please also understand that it's not over and done with. We're all aware of what's happening in Europe. We're all aware of what's happening in Russia. We're all aware of what's happening in many parts of the country that are experiencing fourth waves and fifth waves, right? And therefore, let's not throw caution to the winds. We need to be vigilant. We need to be cautious. But at the same time, we need to grasp opportunities. And therefore, I'm with you. I'm looking at, under every air bubble, increasing flights. But please also understand that this is not my jurisdiction / domain / policy making authority alone. This is a decision wherein I have to coordinate with the Ministry of Home. I have to coordinate with the Ministry of Health. And it has to be a decision that is taken by all 3 or 4 ministries together. Because at the end of the day, God forbid it, but if something wrong happens with regard to a third wave, then at the end of the day, the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Home also have to handle it and play their part. So therefore, this is a combined decision that we will have to take. Currently, I'm looking at opening up the number of flights under the air bubble arrangements. Wherever there is seat load factors have exceeded 75-80% on our current flights. And let me just leave this with you, that it's top of mind with me. So just have faith in me that I'm a collaborator along with you. As I mentioned in my speech, that tourism is a flip side of civil aviation. You can't survive without us, and we can't survive without you. So please keep in mind that I am with you on your side, and we will progressively monitor it and take steps accordingly so that you do not have the situation that you're confronted with.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We understand you are hard pressed on time, so
Can I just
we won't take much of
also,
your time.
Vikasji, can I just ask the Honorable Minister one question?
He has a hard call. Sir,
Yes.
if you have time, if you allow, because
Go
he has a
ahead.
hard pressed time on time. Yeah,
Go ahead.
please, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Last
Let
quick
me congratulate, sorry?
Last quick question. The only reason I requested Vikas for a hard stop is because I have to rush for a cabinet
I know.
meeting.
I appreciate that. Just 2 minutes. That's all. So I'll just
All right,
congratulate you and appreciate your initiatives in the really short time you have taken the chair, actually, the most important chair you said about tourism. And we've been hearing your positive and futuristic youth approach. And we are very pleased and excited actually to have you as a Minister of Aviation. But though I do have many questions, but due to the paucity of time, like you said, I'd just like to take a couple of minutes to state if under your dynamic outlook and following your father's footsteps, where also I did have the opportunity to discuss aviation with him at those times. And I speak on behalf of ICC as the TIE president, chairperson of THSC, and the entire industry actually would like your intervention and consideration as MOCA to think beyond airlines and also towards the 4,500 plus ITA agents who are a part of our membership too. We sometimes, do feel as orphans, but by not having anyone we could work in collaboration, and that's the word you've been emphasizing, and bear the brunt of no ease of business where we are concerned. So there's no consideration of policies, no collaborative understandings, no one to share our pleasures also along with the pain, especially when airlines default and take away our hard-earned consumer money, which is tax paid. We also request you to include us in your advisory board as task force, as we are the catalyst of growth, for the aviation, and as agents, we are the ones who fill the bellies and the seats of the aircrafts. And you've been giving emphasis on cargo. I think the same should be going to the ITA agents who are filling the seats of the aircrafts. Because I think, like you said, we are a strong link to develop tourism and avenue to employ people in this huge value chain of the industry. We are the ones who will be able to create a very robust aviation and tourism industry, according to the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister. And now I hear that from you too. So I just feel very positive about the whole approach, and I'm sure you'll be meeting us soon. We have been writing to you, so we can expect the ease of business and opportunity to discuss this.
Jyoti, if you can please,
Yeah, that's all. That's all I wanted to say to him. And I did want to leave this opportunity.
Sure. Yeah,
yes,
please.
yeah. Sure.
Vikas, may I have 30 seconds? Or I think the minister's left.
If I can quickly respond, I get it. I also get the fact that you're an important cog in the wheel. I also get the fact that you unfortunately fall between two stools, between the stool of tourism and the stool of civil aviation. My door is always open for you. Please come and call on me. If I can help and facilitate in any way, I'll be more than happy to do so. Even if there are issues with regard to my colleague's ministry, I'm more than happy to take up your issues with that ministry as well, tourism and culture. So please feel free to come and see me. The only thing, if we can do it after Parliament session, because during Parliament we're awfully caught up, but please give this reference and remind me, and I'll be more than happy to meet you and try and resolve whatever I can.
Thank you. I really appreciate the same. Thank you so much.
May I have 30 seconds? Or
I really have to go because I have to pay for cabinet.
I think,
but if you want Ajay quickly put a question or your comment.
Yeah, just two very small things I wanted to bring to your notice. The first relates to consumer protection, because as Jyoti rightly pointed out, I mean, there were many people who lost money when the airlines went belly up. What we are proposing, sir, is that the government, now here it's a question of whether you want to be collaborator or a regulator, but I think a certain amount of regulation is needed, whereby every ticket has a certain insurance which protects the consumer's money when airlines go belly up. And unfortunately, that could happen again. That's the first request that we wanted to make of you. And the second one is the lack of a level playing field. Now, this does not directly come under your ministry, but the TCS, the tax collected at source, overseas OTAs, the online travel aggregators, are not collecting this tax. It places all our members, the 4,500 IATA agents and the lakhs of non-IATA agents in the country at a disadvantage.
That aspect really has to do with the tourism ministry and not with me. So right. I think if you can raise that there with regard to issues that you have raised in Jyotiji, whatever is connected to my ministry, please come and meet with me, and I'm more than happy to be of service.
Thank you, sir.
Honorable Minister, may I say that we have a lot of members who want to meet you, So maybe we can come with all of them, because I see many raised hands. Later,
Honorable Minister,
the
Dr. Rajiv, just
parliament
quickly,
and
Honorable Minister, this is
Ashish, if you want to go
Chavcharya.
jet, yeah.
Just 10 seconds, literally, Honorable Minister, thank you so much. This is Ashish Chavcharya. I'm the resolution professional for Jet Airways. I've been managing this for the last 2.5 years. And I would really request if I can get an audience with you for 10 minutes at your convenience. And, would like to discuss some related matters to that. This is not a appropriate time and forum.
I think we've lost him.
Your already come and met me twice, but I'm more than happy to meet with you. I think the Jalans, they've come
Yes,
and met
that's
with me
right,
twice
sir.
already.
That's right. That's right. So from the administrative perspective, certain regulatory issues which can help in future, maybe I can share some thoughts of the learnings for the last 2.5 years. Because this was the first insolvency under the IBC, which an aviation company has been through.
Please come in.
Thank you, sir.
Done.
Maybe I
Look forward to
will
it.
write from ICC and Chika time. So ladies and gentlemen, we will conclude the session here. Thank you once again, sir, for gracing the occasion with your presence. Your vision and the insights you shared have been invaluable, and we are truly inspired. We at ICC greatly appreciate the support we have received from the government, and we will ensure that our support to the government is a constant at all times, and we consider this as a huge privilege and honor. So with this, thank you once again, and may I now request our Vice President, Mr. Biru Mohanka, to please offer the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Vikas. Honorable Minister and distinguished guests, good morning. It gives me great pleasure to deliver the closing remarks and a formal vote of thanks at the end of this session. I take this opportunity to convey my sincere gratitude to the Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation for this gracious presence at today's session, despite his extremely busy schedule. I would like to thank our friends from the media for widely covering today's session. This session has been truly enriching for all of us and has provided us with key insights revolving around the aviation industry. The aviation sector, as we know, has passed through one of its most challenging times since the global economy began to experience the effects of the pandemic. It resulted in a dramatic drop in passenger air travel demand. And while the crisis has affected every region on the planet, India is predicted to do better than most of the others. The Indian civil aviation sector has shown tremendous resilience, and the disinvestment of Air India has been a noteworthy achievement, amongst others, under the aegis of the Honorable Minister. It will perhaps bring about the much needed consolidation in the industry to the benefit of its customers. So thank you once again to the Honorable Minister and all our guests on the session today. And thank you very much to all once again. Thank you.
Thank you. And namaskar.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time, sir. Thank you. And sir, look forward to host you in Calcutta in person, sir.
Been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing your delegation.
thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
sir. We'll
Thank you.
coordinate.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Vikas ji. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you,
Thank
Chandu.
you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ajay and
I
Jyoti.
think
Thank you.
we'll
And
plan a
hope
visit
to
to his
see
office.
everybody at 12 o'clock.
Yes, please.
Hope to see everybody at 12 o'clock with our session with Mr. Harsh Shringla, Foreign Secretary. Dr. Singh, please go ahead.
Yeah, no, sure. I think 12 o'clock we have.
Maybe
And
we
for
can
tourism,
coordinate with his office.
generally, we can plan a team to visit his office and meet with him, and we can include everybody.
Yes,
I think, yes,
that
it'd
would be
be
nice. Yeah.
ICC, maybe not